Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina may yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh sallallahu alaihi wasallam tabaraka wa sallama tasliman kasiran kasira amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah wa amila shalihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders and sisters, what is the truth? Do any one of you knows? What is falsehood? Do any one of you knows? Who knows? What is the truth? And what is falsehood? There is none who knows what is the truth and what is falsehood except Allah. We may think and we may believe that we are following the truth. As everyone is telling and claiming that they are the people of truth. The Christian thing, they are on the path of the truth. They are the believers. All others are infidels. Like Dalai Lama was telling to his companion, his friends, a Christian could be Christian monk too. He said, unfortunately, the Christians believe that they are the believers. I'm not believer, so when I die, I will not go to heavens. I'll go somewhere else. And then he laughed. This is what is happening. Everyone is thinking they are the dwellers of heavens. The Jews telling that the heavens is only for us. The Christians also think that the heavens are only for us, the Jews and the Christians. The Kafir Mushrikin Makkah was saying that they will go to paradise. So the so-called the Muslim, the believers, we, the so-called Muslim, also telling the world that we are believers. All of you are non-believers, and we will go to paradise and you will not. So everyone, even all these many religions of the world, not only Christians, Buddhists too believe that they are the believers. Those who are not Buddhists are not believers. The Hindus say they are believers. Those who are not Hindus are non-believers. So when they write books, they will say that. As when I'm writing the tafseer of the Quran, I'm telling that all those who believe in Allah and believe Muhammad Sallam, who recite the great kalima, there is no God except Allah and Muhammad is the Messiah, is the believers. And other than that are non-believers. So which one is the truth? Every one of you out there who are following other religions other than the religion of Islam are saying we are on the truth, you are not. The so-called Muslims are not believers, we are. Everyone is saying, isn't it? Christian is saying, Jews are saying, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever other religion. There are so many religions. The Shia think they are believers. And they say the Sunni are non-believers. All other than us are not believers. Isn't it? Zoroastrian, there is another religion. Animisma, religion that believe in the souls of the spirit of the ancestors, are also saying they are believers. The Kafir Quraysh of Makkah were telling that they are believers. Prophet Muhammad Sallam are non-believers. They will go to paradise. Muhammad will go to hellfire because he is not following the truth. The truth is the religion of our forefathers. Once we deny the religion of our forefathers, it means we are become a non-believer. So the whole world is confused. Many people are confused. Those in the everyone says, yeah. Then at the end, to make themselves calm and happy, they say every religion is correct. Every religion is correct. Every religion is teaching people to good. So at the end they conclude that because they don't want to think. They don't want to think, they don't want to ponder as to which religion is the true, because they say, my parents say my religion is the truth, so and the other people say they are on the truth, so it's easy to say everyone is following the truth. So it cannot be. Do you think is it true what they are saying, that all religions are true? You do not agree. They also do not agree. Do you think the Hindus will agree? That do you think the Christians and the Jews will agree that only Islam is the truth? No, they will not. They will say Jews and Christians are the truth. The Buddhist, the Hindu will say. So many people, those agnostic, those who doesn't know anything, agnostic, they follow. They say, I'm not Jews, I'm not Christian, I'm not atheist, I'm agnostic. You know agnostic? A person who doesn't know the truth. They simply don't follow anything. So everyone thinks they are on the truth, but believe me, there is no one who knows the truth and who knows falsehood except Allah. Everyone else other than Allah doesn't know. So I'm not telling that Islam is the religion of the truth, because it's a religion which Allah have decided to become the religion for the entire mankind. But you may not believe me, but you can read the Quran. You may not believe the Quran. Why? Because you say it's the kitab or the book of the Muslim. It's not our book. We believe in our books, like the Hindus. We have many books. Islam has only one book, Quran. But Hindu, many books. So he is the truth. It doesn't mean you have many books, you are following the truth. You know? So Allah has revealed many books. Not many books, but to some of the prophets of Allah has given them a book. Like to Prophet Musa, Taurat, Prophet Isa, Injil, Prophet Daud, Psalm, and Muhammad, Quran. But they all one books, all from Allah. So which one of they are all the books of Allah, but Quran is the last edition, you know. The last edition of the book of Allah. So in the Quran, Allah says the Injil and the Taurat, which are known as Bibles, have been distorted. So you can no longer follow that book, and it's also not complete. The complete book is the Quran. It contains whatever mentioned in the Taurat and Injil previously is also mentioned in the Quran, and also things which are not mentioned in the Taurat and Injil is also mentioned in the Quran. So Quran is the last revealed book of Allah. If the Hindus doesn't want to follow and read the Quran, is their choice, because they think we have many more books than the Christian, than the Jews, and the so-called Muslims. So we don't want to. We have more books, yeah, and we are the oldest religion. The Hindus, they would not be willing to agree that other than Hindus are following the truth. Everyone in this world are saying they are following the truth. Even those who doesn't follow any religion, they say I am on the truth. So why these are happening? Why? Someone.
They want to follow their own desire.
Why? Why everyone is claiming they are on the path of truth? No? So some people then ask, which one is the truth? Then the other people say, every religion is on the truth. As simple as that. Why? Everyone telling that he is following the truth when they should know that they don't know the truth. They don't even know the truth, and they do know falsehood. But they still claim they are on the truth. Why?
They don't want to think.
No. Everyone is thinking they are on the truth. Isn't it? Is there anybody in this world who think they are following falsehood? No. Why? That's the reason as to why many people do not want to believe in Islam. Because they say, what I am following now, the religion of my forefathers, and this is the truth. Nothing but the truth. Then they devotedly worship the God which they believe to be the God, the religion which they believe to be their religion. They devotedly follow, They sacrifice their time. You just see the pastors, the nuns, the priests. The nuns are not married. They are willing not to get married. Both the priests and the nuns in Catholic Church, not Protestant. And also the Hindus priests. They live without any luxuries. Even Sufyan are living with luxuries, having wife, car, house. These nuns and priests have nothing. They live only in the monasteries, having no wife, no husband. The nuns, aren't you not thinking that they are sacrificing? They are sacrificing. You see the Buddhist monk who only wear green robes, walk barefooted, and the early morning they will go and they have no food, no work, no money. Asking people for their mercy, asking for the mercy of the people to give them something to eat, isn't it? And they living a life of self-denial, self-sacrifice. Are you doing that way? You are not doing. Even you are telling we are believers. and other than us are non-believers. The Buddhist monks also think so. Otherwise, they will not lead that life. There's so many monks in Thailand, also in Burma, in Cambodia, in Vietnam, our countries, northern part of Malaysia. So, my dear brothers, everyone in this world think they know. No one else know except me. But if you think properly, do you know? And others do not know. Others are the same as you also. All of us do not know, mother. So if we think this is the truth, then we are not following anything but falsehood. If you follow the books of Torah and Injil, it has been distorted. So you will follow falsehood too. Because when you follow falsehood, when you follow the Torah and the Injil which has been distorted, you are not following Allah, you are following the priest. You have made the priest as your God. You obey the priest more than you obey Allah. Allah says to the Jews, you have made your priest, your rabbi as your God. The Jews says, no, we never say that they are our gods. Allah says, tell them, you don't say, but you follow them, and they don't follow Allah. So that's why rabbi is your God. See, like the people of Jamaat Tabligh. They don't want to invite the non-Muslims to recite the kalima, because they say they obey their ulama, the so-called ulama of theirs in Nizamuddin. So they don't obey Allah, isn't it? Whereas in the Quran, not one time, 1,000 times, that you have to invite those who have not recited the great kalima to recite, and you have to recite those who have recited the kalima to obey the orders of Allah. But how come the people of Jamaat Tabligh do not want to follow Allah? They say they believe in Allah, but they follow their scholars, their ulama. Who is their God? As the Jews too. Who is the gods of the Jews? Is their scholars, their rabbi. Who is the Jewish? Who is the God of Jamaat Tabligh? They are elders, or the so-called scholars, isn't it? In Nizamuddin. What happened to their God now? Which is Maulana, the so-called Maulana Sa'ad. Where is he? The God of some of the people of Jamaat Tabligh. And previously, they follow the elders of Nizamuddin. Whatever they say, nothing but the truth. We will follow them blindly. Blindly, which you cannot. You should not. Nothing you should follow blindly except all the prophets of Allah, yes. Because why? The prophets of Allah have received revelation. All the scholars of Jamaat Tabligh, the scholars of the Christian and Jews, doesn't receive any revelation, doesn't receive any instruction. So how could you follow them? None who knows the truth except Allah. And those messengers of Allah knows the truth, because Allah tell them, Allah teach them the truth. That's why you cannot follow anyone else other than Allah and the messengers of Allah. So when you say, guide us to the correct path, when we read Surah Fatihah, guide us to the correct path, the path of those whom you have showered mercy. It's not the path of Mujahid, Shuhada, Ulama, Salihin, Sadiqin. No. It's the path of Muhammad Sallallahu and all the other prophets of Allah. These are the path of those whom you are blessed. And this has been wrongly interpreted as the past of Siddiqin, Shuhada, Salihin, Anbiya. Even Anbiya is put in the rank of Shuhada, Salihin. It cannot be put in the rank of Shuhada, Ulama. So as a result of that, they believe their ulama more than anything else, more than anyone else, more than even the prophets, Muhammad SAW. They don't follow. So their God is not Allah, and their prophets is not Muhammad. Their Lord is the elders of Nizamuddin. They are scholars. So those who have made other than Allah as his God, other than Muhammad as the messenger, is naturally the person whose Allah rest, had fall on them. Allah do not accept their recitation of the kalimah. There is no God except Allah, and Muhammad is a messenger of Allah, because they don't obey Allah. They obey their scholars. What a tragedy. And yet they sing, we are on the truth. You can think, and everyone can think and can say, I'm the truth, but you will not be on the truth if you don't follow the prophets of Allah, and you don't follow the Quran. Because why you follow the Quran? Why you have to follow the Quran? To be able to follow the truth? Because the Quran is the words of Allah, not the words of Muhammad. Muhammad, we follow him because he is the wise, he is the Caliph, he is the prophet of Allah. He received revelation. That's why nobody can claim, I'm a prophet. There's so many people claiming, I'm a prophet. You ask them, do you receive any revelation? Wahyu? Yes, he said. What wahyu you have? We will know as to whether it's wahyu or devils, the words of devils. Allah says if the Quran is the words of devil, is the words of Muhammad, you go and read a verse similar to that of the Quran, of similar nature and similar quality, if you ever be able to do it. You can call. Allah is not only, challenge man, but challenge even the jinn. You can gather. And you don't take anyone else, not Allah. You gather and collect it among yourself and try to write one verse only. One verse that of similar quality. Until today, the challenge was not taken by anyone, because nobody there and nobody can write even one verse like the Quran. And that just shows that Muhammad is not the writer of the Quran. No, his companion is the writer of the Quran. Neither Muhammad nor his companion is the Quran is the words of Allah. That's a proof. You don't believe again? The Jews, the Christians, the Hindus. Oh, we don't believe Dr. Nasoha. No, you be very sensible. I'm not madman. I'm not insane. I'm a professor. I'm quite sober, and I telling you that the Quran is not the words of Muhammad. It's not a book written by Muhammad. It's the words of Allah, and He only knows the truth. If you want to know the truth, the whole mankind in the whole world, whoever they, which community they belong, which race they belong, which area they live, no matter, if they want to know the truth, there's no other source other than the Quran. And when you know the truth, you must practice it. So one time Jibril alayhi salam was telling to Nabi salam, towards the end of the world there will be a lot of fitnah. Fitnah, you know what? Fitnah means something which are untruth or falsehood. To be simple, definition of fitnah. Fitnah means the spread of falsehood. That means the falsehood spread in such a magnitude, it almost encompasses everyone. So during that time, the Prophet ﷺ said, how to be safe from the fitnah? He asked that question to Jibril. And Jibril answered, Quran. It means you have to abide to Quran. You have to obey the Quran. In order to be able to do it, naturally you have to read it. You have to read it slowly and steadily. But even then, you will not be able to understand God if you are not the people of Taqwa. So in order for you to be able to read, to understand, to practice, you should not only read Quran and that's it. No, because you will not be able to understand if you are not a person of Taqwa, because it's the first verse of the Quran. Alif Lam Mim, Zalikal Kitabu la raiba fihi hudal lil muttaqin. Alif Lam Mim. Nobody knows except Allah. I've revealed this book to none except to the people of except as a guidance to those who have fear of me, Taqwa, who have the fear. Like Rashidi, who doesn't have the fear of Allah, will not be able to understand the Quran even when he is reading the interpretation of the Quran. He will not be able to really understand it. Will not be able to obey, because they are the person who are not Taqwa. That's why if you want to become Taqwa, you must recite the great kalima, and upon recitation of the great kalima, you should do the work which fulfill the right of reciting the great kalima. And that work is the work of inviting people to Allah, or the work of inviting people to good, forbidding people from evil. You must do daily, with the sacrifice of our own wealth and time, in the way of Muhammad SAW, and with the intention to please Allah. If you ever able to do this, a time will come when you will become the people who are the true believers, the good deeds of the highest level. That means you have become Muslim, you have become people of Taqwa. And then when you read Quran, you understand it, you'll be able to obey it, then you become, you'll transcend to the higher levels, finally to become the level of Allah. So if you only read Quran and read my tafseer without Taqwa, then you will not be able to understand it also, even though it has been interpreted so detailed. But when I ask you, you don't remember. You don't remember, and what more to practice, isn't it? Because you don't have Taqwa. Taqwa is a people who have become the true believers of the highest level. Now you are only a believer, or you are a person who have entered Islam. Naturally, you read my tafsir, you will not be able to truly understand it, and you naturally will not be able to obey the Quran. So the way to save yourself from all the fitnah during this time and many times before is the Quran. It is specifically mentioned by Jibril to Muhammad SAW, so that he will tell his followers to stick to Quran, to read and to have Taqwa, to read and to have the fear of Allah. Not only to read and to recite the Quran with melodious voice, or able to memorize the Quran. It's not that what it means, that you can be saved from all the fitnah with the Quran. If you only recite the Quran melodiously or memorize the Quran, it will not be a means of your salvation from the fitnah. It will not be able to give you any benefit, because you have no Taqwa. So you must have Taqwa, and you must read the Quran. I see. So naturally, first you must become the people of Taqwa, then you learn the Quran. That's why Umar said, we learn Iman, then only we learn Quran. In other words, what he's saying, we have to become the people of Taqwa first, then we read the Quran. But you don't have to follow that. You can go at the same time. Yeah. You should do the work of inviting people to good, forbidding people from evil, with the sacrifice of your time and life, in the way Muhammad SAW is. At the same time, you read the Quran. As your taqwa increases, as your iman increases, the ability of yours to understand and to obey the Quran increases. Understand? You don't have to wait until I become taqwa, then only I read, then when you will become taqwa? It's very long time, or possibly you will never be able to attain it. So this is the one that the step they should take. Allah says, "Zalika kitabul la rayba fihi hudan lil muttaqin." So we should not only obey the order to read the Quran, to read the tafseer of the Quran, but more than that, we have to become the people of taqwa. If we want to become the people of taqwa, whether you know it or you don't, you have read the Quran or not, or they read the hadith, you should follow me that the first work which you have to do after recitation of the kalimah is the work to strive in the path of Allah with your wealth and time. What it means to strive in the path of Allah? To do the work of inviting people to good, forbidding people to evil, or to do the work of inviting people to Allah. That's why Allah says in the Quran, tell Muhammad to the whole mankind, this is my path. The path of calling people to Allah with basira, and this is my path, and the path who follow me. You see? So we have to follow that path. We have to read the Quran. The more taqwa we become, the more we are able to follow the Quran, the more we will be able to get out from the fitnah. Otherwise, you will not be able to get out from the fitnah. Some people think that you can get out from the people from the fitnah when you follow the work of Jamaat. And they say the work of Jamaat is like the sheep of Noah. So call the people to board the ship. So the work of Jamaat Tabligh is the work as if it is the ship of Noah. So come on board, even though you have slept for 10 years, 20 years. Go on the boat. When you go on the boat, you'll be safe from the flood. So I told them, the people who can board the ship of Noah is not the people. Anybody can board the ship. The one who can board the ship, the one who have done the work of inviting people to Allah, or inviting people to good and preventing people from evil, like Prophet Noah, the one who follow Prophet Noah, isn't it? Those who don't follow Prophet Noah, they cannot. They will not be able. If they want also, they cannot. Like his son. Noah want his son to board the ship, but Allah do not allow him because he's a non-believer. So if you are a non-believer, you will not be able to board that ship of Noah. So it is not true that the work of Jamaat Tabligh is like the vessel of Noah. It's nothing. Because even if it is a boat of Noah, they go on the boat of Noah doing nothing. They go in the work of Jamaat Tabligh just making ibadah, zikir, reading Quran without iman and taqwa, listening to lecture without iman and taqwa, and they have then some level of peace of mind, and they say, oh, this is the truth, nothing but truth. Like Nabil, he said he was full of anxiety and stress. Once he joined the work of Jamaat Tabligh, he becomes so sober and so peace of mind. Peace of mind is not the objective. To become the lover of Allah is the mission, the objective of our struggle, not to have peace. Even the Hindus, they think they have peace. Haryana, Hari, Hari Krishna. They wear robes and all that. They are already contented, they have peace. They say this is truth by singing songs. The people who make zikr, La ilaha illallah, they have peace. But what is peace? Peace is not our Our purpose of life, to have peace. Purpose of our life is to have Allah to become our lover. And that path of reaching that mission of ours, or our objective, is the path of inviting people to Allah in the way Muhammad SAW. This is my path and the path of those who follow me. So we have to do that work. Then only we'll have taqwa. Then only we'll be able to read, to understand, to obey the Quran. Then only we'll be made to come out from the fitnah, abundance of fitnah during the last days of the world. Okay.